Hello YouTube, this is Chad coming from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm on vacation and started this YouTube channel, just a continuation of my blog that I started last year. There wasn't any real clear direction of that blog. I know a lot of you guys liked it, sharing my information that I know, refuting certain ideas that are out there. But I didn't have any real clear direction, no really passion or drive or where I really wanted it to go. So I started this. I now kind of really know a direction I want to go. I've been through a lot this past year in my life. Just a lot of failures, a lot of rebuilding, and I'm really kind of right at the beginning of that rebuilding process right now. So what I really wanted to do is kind of, be transparent and tell my story. I had a battle with alcoholism. I'll be a full year sober, September 15th, which is next month. And so through that whole process, I've learned by telling your story, you can help others. So the way this is going to really kind of start off is just really telling my story, where I'm at, where I want to go, the challenges I'm facing. So the number one I really want to start off tomorrow is I'm going to do tips for the hard gainer. Most websites, YouTube channels, you see a lot about how do you lose weight, I talk about that all the time. I've been 200 pounds, lost a lot of weight. I've done keto, intermittent fasting. I put myself through every diet out there for the most part. I'm pretty well versed on knowing how my body responds to things. Everyone's a little different. I'm considered what's called an ectomorph, which is the very, very skinny, scrawny person, hard to gain weight, hard to gain muscle, very, very tough. Then there's the mesomorph, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, very, very muscular. Can gain muscle easy, loose fat gain muscle, very, very easy for the mesomorphs. And then you have the endomorphs, which are, or endomorph, they're the ones that tend to keep the weight on easily, very, very sensitive to carbohydrates usually. And so, there's the three body types. Ectomorph is how I've been. I graduated high school at 115 pounds, 5'8", huge, challenge trying to gain weight. 115 pounds, 5'8". Gosh, I was scrawny. So what happened is I changed a few things one summer and I gained 30 pounds. I would say mostly muscle. It's hard, it's almost impossible to gain that much weight, but there's other ideas around that theory that I'll go into starting tomorrow. But then I really also want to transition into, once I'm done with that, that'll take 3 or 4 days, getting into my challenge with alcoholism. How I found out, how I realized, after 2 DUIs, I still thought I had a drinking problem, wasn't alcoholic. And there are some things that happened in my life that really helped me notice that I really needed to stop my drinking and just stop altogether. So I like to kind of tell you my challenges with that, and I'm still go through challenges, of course. And then also on the flip side of that, I was in a relationship with an alcoholic, so being what they call the codependent, trying to help them and do everything for them instead of focusing on me. You love someone so much, it's so difficult to try to do that. So I'll kind of go into my challenges with that, and the things I got better at and the things that I still need to work on. And then also with that person, I went through a breakup. It's been 2 months, so doing it sober has been very difficult. But I'm at a place now where, I'm at peace. If I think about this person, there's no longer any suffering, and just like the ideas, their thoughts just come through, whether it's good or bad thoughts, they just kind of go through me, and they just pass from one, in one side of my mind to the other without any suffering, pain, anger, resentment. And so it only took me 2 months, where before I would drink through it and take me a year or so. And, so it's been a blessing, even though it was very, very difficult. And then, I also, being in that relationship, there was a lot of verbal abuse from her, physical abuse from her. And then what I noticed too is I started getting into being a part of that abuse, started verbally abusing her. And just a really, really crazy vicious cycle that, I started becoming part of it and started becoming part of the problem instead of, trying to be part of the solution. So anyway, I hope all you guys can relate to this. If any of these topics interest you, please drop a like, and I will see you guys tomorrow.